Jadon Sancho. Jadon, do you want to join us?
Come in. We got the microphone.
Jadon, come on. What a performance.
Look at this guy. He's got his arm round him.
Come in the middle here.
Get in the middle of us. Get in the middle of us. Jadon, I've just been in the yellow wall.
Right.
My first experience of it. You know it very well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been here before. I mean, that was one of the best experiences of my life. Amazing.
Yeah. That's
Have
week
you
in,
been
week.
in the yellow wall there?
No, I haven't been yet. But week in, week out, that's how it is. It's just
How
electric.
much does it help you on the pitch?
A lot. When we hear our fans, we're so motivated from the start. So when we hear them, we can't wait to play.
Well, you know, Jadon, tonight I was in the yellow wall. So the great thing about the yellow wall is the atmosphere. It's not the best view in the world. So I thought you played well.
Thank you, I appreciate
But Thierry Henry, Alessandro Del Piero and Micah Richards are in the studio.
Okay, hello.
And they are absolutely raving about your performance.
No, I appreciate it, but it's not over. We still got to go to Paris and hopefully we can get the job done there. But I appreciate the compliments and, hopefully I can carry on.
You look very much like somebody who obviously playing a semi-final in the Champions League to get into the final, but also thinking about the whole world is watching. I want to get into that England squad as well and be here in the summer. I hate that because you're playing Denmark. So
No, definitely. I just, I take it game by game and, performances like today, I just hope it just carries on and, I appreciate the compliments again.
Jadon, what is it about you and Borussia Dortmund? You're absolutely outstanding here initially. You've come back, you've been brilliant again. What is it about this club that sort of really resonates with yourself?
It's a great question. Obviously, I came here at 17 and they were they gave me the opportunity to play my professional football. So, I'm just delighted with all the staff and the players that welcomed me back. And, I always give it my everything in front of the fans.
Are you going to stay?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I really don't know, but I'm just focused on just the present right now. So.
Well, I tell you what, the only thing you haven't done at Borussia Dortmund is go on the yellow wall, right?
Yeah, I actually haven't.
Can you promise the Borussia Dortmund fans that you'll go on the yellow? Because I've found a new family. I've got new friends. I mean, they bought me pints of lager all night. It was amazing. You'd love it. Jadon, you would love
it's
it.
It's not for you. You're still an active sportsman. To go on the yellow wall, you had 8 pints. You can hear that. He's done that. So it's not for you yet.
No, it's not for me, but I'll definitely try it out for sure.
Well, Jadon, if you get to the final, can we have a few pints together?
I don't drink.
You don't? Oh, come on.
Right, thanks for jumping in. Well done tonight.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Fantastic. What a performance.
Hello, good evening. Welcome back one more time. Kate, Thierry, Alessandro, Micah. What?
How do I say one more time?
Because I'm welcoming people back again.
Okay.
It's not one more time. It's not
welcome
It's not a final time. It's just once again, welcome back. Welcome in. Good to have you with us. OK, let's go through the highlights because we haven't gone through the action yet of this game. Only one goal in it. Let's take a look at the goal from Nicholas Fullkrug.
Big man.
I mean, the goal is simply amazing. I mean, this delivery is with the open space. Fullkrug take an amazing first touch. I'm constantly bringing in the first touch is a key for every players now, especially in attackers. He attack the deep of the defense. And that first touch gives him all the time to choose and to pick the first post. First post is something that Donnarumma, I think, didn't expect that going to happen. And this is make the difference. Look at that. Pum.
Wow.
Lovely.
Bang. 1-0.
Very nice. OK, so let's take a look at as close as PSG got on the night was hitting the post, kind of back-to-back opportunities. Let's take a look at these.
Yeah, they would have been frustrated because they created some very good opportunities. Mbappe on that left-hand side, once he comes in on the inside, we've seen it so many times, he just opens up his foot and hits the post. Not once, it comes back out, and then Hakimi hits the post as well, and you just think, is it going to be their night? Takes a little nick off Sabitzer, goalkeeper's well beaten. And it comes back to Hakimi. Does all right, but can he just get it on target? He's so unlucky. And then more chances came to Thierry.
Yeah, I mean, Marquinhos, what a pass there. What a cross. And then Fabian Ruiz couldn't just direct his neck or head the right way. It's not an easy one, but it looks bad because that ends up being a bad miss.
I think he start thinking, should I go with the head, with the foot? What can I do? And then you miss that timing.
So the goal scorer for Dortmund, Niklas Fullkrug, almost got a second. Let's take a look at that opportunity that came for BVB.
Should have scored. I mean, Jadon Sancho was outstanding, and then he sees Fullkrug, and you just have to guide that one. There's nothing else to do. I know the ball is a tiny bit behind him, but you just have to guide it, and it would have been the second one, but he couldn't find the net.
Man, I mean, we'll remember how strained the relationships with Man United were for Jadon Sancho, right? And how that period of time played out. He looks like he's having fun again with his football.
Well, he's got the most completed dribbles in the Champions League this season. I think the most ever for an Englishman as well from tonight's game. Which, honestly, he was outstanding. Not just on the ball, I would say off the ball as well. I think he's been accused at times of not doing the hard yards for the team, but when he got into situations like that, when he give the ball away, can he get it back as soon as possible? Can he make the right pass? And I just think he was playing with a different freedom, a different confidence. Obviously, he's been there before, and he knows the setup there, and the team and the manager give him that confidence. But everything he does was outstanding tonight, Alessandro.
Yes, it's also a little bit of less, responsibility here than United for the way that he came to United, but. Definitely, the word of freedom is very important. Freedom in his mind, freedom is the way that he can play. Even the first half, he goes going right and left without any kind of, special instruction. Free to go. That's also another thing that probably Thierry asked him to do. And of course, we talk about that, about yellow wall and this and that, but this club, it's something special. And I think he felt it. And when you felt something like this, you are able to do, push you 120%, and doing something that you used to do not do it, like defense in the right way, like fighting all the time. That he didn't show that one, to be honest, on United.
Yeah. It was such a special night from him tonight. I got another Jadon Sancho stat for you tonight. 99 touches from him in that game tonight. 31 touches from Jamie Carragher on Jadon Sancho in the interview that he did post-game. That was different, wasn't it? Take a look at this, everybody. Manhandling the man.
I couldn't get it.
What?
It was making me feel
much.
uncomfortable.
That's what drink will do.
Peter was there too. She was.
The thing is with Jamie, honestly, when he's talking about players and analyse them, he goes so personal at times. He sees him and he pretends like he's his best friend. Absolutely.
There is something that I would say about Jadon Sancho, and we all know that he struggled mentally also at Man United, and the power of the brain and how you can be as a professional when you're not well here or at home or whatever it is, you cannot perform. I don't care where you are or who you are or the talent that you have, and you can see that things are a bit better up there, whatever the struggle was with him, because to do what he did tonight. I mean, I think at United they played 48 games and dribbled past only 7 times a player. 7 times. He did that in the first half only, almost tonight. So the first 10 minutes. I just been told the first 10 minutes. All I can say is, do not underestimate that. Mental health is not an easy thing to deal with, and you can see when someone is well there. You can perform. So well done,
How much do you think that's the relationship with the coach and the coach reinstilling confidence?
Look, you need to feel the love. You need to feel that you're important, and you can't lose your football just like that. We all know that it happened to me. Sometimes when you're not well, you cannot perform on the field. Whatever situation you have outside, it happened to you guys. And more often than not, we are very critical on guys that don't perform, because you are the big club, you got to perform, but we tend to forget about what's happening outside of the field. And if that's not right, you're not going to perform well. This is why I think that was an amazing choice for him to go on loan back there, where he knows that maybe the light wasn't going to be too much on him at the very beginning. He needed to go back into a certain performance, going back to also playing games, having minutes in his leg. And you can see what it does. When you have minutes, the balance is right in your head, everything is okay outside of the field, you're okay mentally, you can perform. So not only he had touches, and not only also Jamie also was touching him and all of that, but what he did today, wow.
It makes what he does next season, it makes that a very difficult decision, does it? Assuming that he has a choice.
Well, he also
Why
depends.
no?
He stays at Dortmund. If there's an opportunity to stay at Dortmund, stay
It depends what happens at Man United.
Yeah, but the difference is with Man United, the
Are
scrutiny.
you talking about which manager is in charge?
It depends
Yeah,
what
but
happens
the
at Man
scrutiny
United.
is much bigger at Man United. Man United, as a club, the biggest in English football. And I'm saying that as, you know, a City ex-player. So the pressure is a lot harder at Man United than it is at Dortmund. Bayern's the biggest club in Germany. They're expected to win everything. We've scrutinised Bayern this season.
But if you can do that in a
ultimately-
Champions League semi-final, do you not back yourself to achieve and perform at Man United?
But
He's got the ability. Sorry, Thierry, go on.
No, I'm just saying, he belongs to who now?
Currently to Manchester United.
End of story.
But if he's got a chance to stay at Dortmund, 100%.
Yeah, I'm saying-
He's been there, he's done it,
I
played
got
well
it,
before.
but if
he went to Man United.
if a new manager comes, I'm not saying then he's going to go. I'm saying if a new manager comes and he wants him to stay, he will stay.
Yeah, but Man United have got bigger problems than just...
No, I know, I'm
look
just
at Man
saying-
United for the last 5 years.
We keep on forgetting that he belongs to Man United.
Yeah, of course. But the question was, if he's got the opportunity, what does he do next season? He stays at Dortmund 100%. Without,
How do you know that?
I would, I'm saying. If I was him, I'm not saying he does, I'm saying I would stay
Would you
at
not
Dortmund.
feel that that's to some extent accepting that you can't achieve on that level under that kind of
It's bigger
pressure?
than that. Look at how many great players Man United have had over the past. Pogba went there. When he was at Juventus, I played against him. He's one of the best players in the world. He goes to Man United. It doesn't work out for him. Fernandes, he's been slaughtered in the media at times. He's performing now in a team where he's frustrated. Casemiro goes there from Real Madrid, and he's not the same Casemiro, the same at Real Madrid. They've got internal and external problems at Man United. So for Sancho, for him to perform at his best, it's not there for him right now. So you ask me what would I do if I was a player? I'm saying at Dortmund.
But you still find yourself in a situation, it will change one day. You cannot also refuse that challenge because nobody succeeds there. You understand what I mean? It will change one day.
You don't give up on a chance, of course, but you want to know what
You would have
foundations are
stayed,
in
basically.
place.
You would have stayed.
Of course, but he went to Dortmund where he felt loved before, it worked out, and that's the reason why he got his big move. It didn't happen. He's gone back to Dortmund and he's played one of the best games I've seen in probably 2-3 years.
He was outstanding, really. Wow.
The thing is, if a player like him can play this kind of games with this kind of quality, need to go to Man United.
Yeah.
Next year, maybe one more year. Let's see how he feel, which coach, okay, everything. But this kind of player need to play every year for the top. And Dortmund, don't get me wrong, is a great team, and they deserve to be there. And maybe they go to the final, maybe they win the Champions League. But because if it happened something extraordinary for them. You know, they don't go often to the semi-final. When they go, unfortunately, I face him on the final, and they beat us. But, you know, it's happened as a cycle, you know, every 10 years. It's not something that happens every year. And with Man United, you're supposed to go every year. I know they're struggling now, but you have to. You have to confront yourself with the big ones. You want to achieve for the big trophy. And this is the destiny of Man United and the destiny of him at some point. For him, because it means that he can go there and perform that in that way with that personality. That's how I really hope for him. Otherwise, he's going to be a great player, but he can really become a champion. I mean, tonight it was unbelievable. He was dribbling everybody.
Even Jamie.
You know, Jamie, you stop him. Stop him for 31 times.
You know what? Let's jump back into the highlights because we got kind of sidetracked there. So we're going to pick back up with Ousmane Dembele for PSG. Opportunity. Yep, go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay.
Nothing.
No, again, we talked about Mbappe. Soon he's on the left, and he does everything right until the last minute. So, times his run perfect, pass is great, touch is okay, but then he just can't get his foot around it. And you've got to give credit to the goalkeeper here. He just makes the save at the right time, outstretches his hand.
Yeah, that's exactly what Luis Enrique is saying. Like, what can I do?
What next? What more?
That's the only time Madsen let Hakimi go. No, sorry, Adeyemi let Hakimi go. And look, that's what I'm talking about. I think that Madsen could have covered that for Adeyemi. That's the only time he let Hakimi go. But look, ball goes back, and normally, you would like Mbappe to be there, but it was Dembele, and he he missed it against his old club. But he has another chance at the Parc des Princes.
Yes, he does. Let's take a look at Marco Reus, heading over now here for Dortmund.
Yeah, he come on late doors, a bit of experience. And you're thinking...
Block first on Brent.
But just look at the pass again from Sancho, whether he was playing on the right, going into the pockets, and then the header. I mean, look at this. It's delicious. Brilliant. And Julian Brand, if he just goes for the corner a bit quicker, but it's a brilliant tackle from Marquinhos.
Should one touch. One touch,
of course.
If you have that opportunity, a few minutes at the end of the game, well, go for one touch. This again, Fabian Ruiz. Similar to the action of Marquinhos, right?
Yeah.
It's quite similar, back ball and then the delivery. But, I think you control the ball that one?
You could have controlled the ball, yeah, I think so. But I think if you go with the desire of heading it, it's difficult to change while you're running. But he had the time to control that.
Well, we've got another half hour to go here on the post. Dortmund being played in Germany. Dortmund got the 1-0 win. But you've picked out something about PSG and the way that Luis Enrique set up the team, Thierry?
No, it's
Okay, what did you do? Sorry,
Dortmund, the way they played, and we all saw it, and I think it was very, very. I mean, if you didn't see that, then you have a problem. I mentioned before, individual win your game, but a team effort will win your title. And the way they played, the way Adeyemi and Sancho, as good as they are on the ball, the way they did defend, I mean, it's just crazy. You're gonna see here if you roll it. Look at Adeyemi. Look at the desire that he has to not leave Madsen in a situation when he's going to be in 1v1 with the player. Came back, helps. Same here. He carries the ball. They pull his shirt. He came to help. Can I make sure that I can gain a free kick for my team? Yes, I can. He didn't stop to run. That's them. Fullback can stay inside. He's running. You're well equipped. He brings them on the inside. He helps his team to breathe and recover. Same with Jadon Sancho. Micah, you can get in, it's the same. The way, Alessandro, we've been in that situation where people will say, yes, Alessandro Del Piero won the game, but you know that without your team, you can't win.
I mean, this kind of effort from your strikers, also as a midfielder, a defender, it's a piece of gold because, give you so much energy and leave you, if that guy can do that, I'm going to help him till my death. So that's the effort. I mean, at the Yemi was something outstanding. I mean, I had cramp in the first half for him. Just watching, I cannot do that much and keep going. Also second half, but even Sancho and permits, giving the possibility to the four defenders to stay narrow each other and protect the defense and the goalkeeper. That's a brilliant move from Terzic. And of course, all the effort from the players, because you need to be very full committed.
You have to run.
Were you surprised by how good Dortmund were? We've seen them obviously in the group stages. You always expected them to approach the game.
They play a certain way, very German. They will run, especially at home. Difficult to beat them at home. On the road is a bit different. But that's the type of game. If you watch the Bundesliga, those games are always like that. They can run for 90 minutes and give everything.
Can I ask you about the striker, Fullkrug? He had a very good game today. He seemed, especially in transition, sometimes he was holding up the ball and bringing people into play.
They give him, a lot of time for the defense as well, because it's an option that not everybody has. As an old number 9, let's say like this, sometimes you don't have energy or you don't have space, you don't have quality to play from the back. Boom. You play a long ball, and this guy, can defend, can fight, can hold the ball and give the possibility to other teammates to come. And the defense and all the team came up. So, and he's a really dangerous inside the goal area. I mean, this is a striker. We saw the goal, but in the first half, he has also another opportunity when he's supposed to shoot, and then he served with so calm. Sabitzer, an amazing ball. That's because you're another level. I mean, this guy is another level from my point of view. He doesn't have so much quality. He's not that fast. He's not that powerful, but he's so effective. And this is underrated for my point of view.
Can we break down that goal? Because obviously we're two legends of the game, strikers. Show us how it's done.
It's very important for me. We're gonna run it slow. You always play. Pause. Can you pause it there? You played with a guy that, and I played with him also, a guy that will slip on the shoulders of the defender. Piero Inzaghi.
Oh,
wasn't
God.
fast, didn't have a lot of technique, sorry to say, people, but he wasn't like Mbappe. But man, it was, first and foremost, this is what you do as a striker. High line, okay? You see that the line is high. You were in the offside position, so you're walking, you're looking at the line, they're pushing. Okay, they're pushing, roll it please. They're pushing, okay. You don't do anything yet. Now, okay. Pause. Now, pause. Now, okay, this is what I do. Player on the ball, it's time to see, you're dead. I don't care who you are, you're fast, you're not fast. All you need to do is, there is a bit of a gamble when you're a striker. You run the line and you hope that you're going to be onside, but high line, I don't care who you are, what type of striker you are. You come short, you like to come short, you're tall, you're small. Look at his arm. Look at his arm. We saw Toni Kroos yesterday. Same. Schotterberg has that also in his locker. He can ping a ball here, he can pass it in the middle. They know, they both know. Now, the rest is history. We talked about it. Platini to Gzibi Boniek, just to mention Juve. We both played there. That's the history. Me 2 minutes. Him longer. Play it. That's all he wants. You see his arm? See you later. I don't care about A, B, C, D. We need to go through the holding midfielder, the 10, the 9, the winger. That's the best ball in football. Then after, we're gonna go back to the control, and Ali, you're gonna talk about that. Go back to the control, please, in that angle, please, because
from
that's,
this angle is perfect.
Yes.
From behind the goal, look at that.
Ali.
The control, a little bit wider, far from the defender, So you give him time, 1, 2, 3 bounces of the ball. It's a lot of time for anyone in order to pick the right coordination and to put where you want. And he did it. And I still believe it, and I keep going saying, the first touch, guys, is a key for every goal. And sometimes you miss opportunity for the first touch because it's a little bit too long, a little bit too short, or you make it right instead of left.
Leroy Sané yesterday going through on goal, misses first touch, ball goes on the side.
Exactly.
There's no 2-0.
Bravo.
Kate.
All right, and with that, we're going to go to a very quick break. Back, everybody. Fantastic to have you with us. We are here in London. Our friends are over in Dortmund. Let's go straight out to them. Peter Schmeichel and friend of the show, Susanna Fuller. What's going on? Listen, we saw Jamie's night in the yellow wall, all of that. What was your night like tonight? Where have you been?
Can I just before?
Yes.
Can I just before say that I sent Jamie to the sin bin? He was 8 pints of lager he's consumed, and I found a very, very sober person.
Oh, I know.
Do you know,
it's
yesterday,
a shame, actually.
yesterday we watched the game together in Munich. It's a great game of football, and I'm sat there waiting for you to come up and join me again. And you didn't.
Peter,
Where were you?
I was amongst the people.
Were you?
I was taking the game in from the stands. It was absolutely amazing.
Were you in the yellow ball?
I was not. I did not brave the yellow wall. Unlike Jamie Carragher, I like my outfit, and I didn't want to get the beer shower, and so I chickened out. I saw him. Honestly, he's like the biggest celebrity ever here, and they kind of carried him away, and I was like, I'm just gonna let him go. Just let him go.
So while you were, did they force you to drink?
No, they didn't. They were very respectful. Very respectful.
So how have you enjoyed those 2 days here in Germany?
Oh, it's been amazing. Do you know what? It's such like 2 very different experiences at Bayern and then coming to Dortmund, but both were absolutely spectacular. And I think tonight, just like you've heard about the yellow wall, and I've heard about the yellow wall, and I've heard about the You'll Never Walk Alone, and to actually experience it firsthand, it was unbelievable. Honestly, it blew me away.
And do you know one thing we never ever talk about when we're here is the away support. And very, very often the away support gets inspired by the yellow wall. And the PSG fans today, they were absolutely fantastic as well.
Oh, it was incredible. It was an incredible match. Honestly, I both teams probably are ruining some missed chances there, but the way that Dortmund were able to hang on, I kept thinking that PSG might get that equalizer at the end, but God, that yellow wall had a lot to celebrate.
Think it was a fair result?
You know what? Sure, yes, because we're here in Dortmund, I'm going to say absolutely fair.
And it's all open for next week as well.
All open, honestly.
And I think at the end of the day, that is really, really what we want. I think really, if I was playing for PSG, I'd be a little bit sad
Yeah.
travelling home. I mean, there's 4 chances Dembele had. Of course,
That
when
they hit Mbappe hit the post and then Dembele hit the post
Yeah.
immediately after. Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
nuts.
you know, you play away from home, it's difficult enough, and then you miss that number of chances. But then, when you turn it around, Fullkrug, who scored a fantastic goal, I think. I mean, he had 4 headers over the bar, 4 opportunities. So at the end of the day, it's great because it's open.
Yeah.
You know,
Peter,
go on.
In all seriousness, where's Jamie?
In all seriousness, he's in the sin bin.
Did you wait for escort him out?
He's not. He's seriously, he's in the sin bin.
Oh, no.
He has upset every person here. First of all, we were supposed to have Luis Enrique, and he came in and said hello, and then he left because Jamie was wearing a Dortmund scarf.
Oh,
that wasn't too.
brutal.
then because we took Jadon Sancho in, the press officer from Dortmund got very, very cross with us because that was not on the list.
We've been very naughty tonight.
We've been very naughty. I hope it's been good content. I really do.
I think Jamie's Instagram post that you guys posted already has like over 1 million views. It's crazy. People are texting me like crazy about it.
It is. So Mike, a question to you. You've now seen Jamie come out and actually be brave and be amongst the people, not hiding in the studio. Are you going to come out someday?
The studio without Big Meeks is no studio. This is not my comfort zone. So sorry, no.
I've been in the studio, we haven't been there, and it's been all right.
Viewing figures were down.
No, they weren't.
Peter, Susanna, it was a pleasure to see you. Jamie as well, if you can hear us somewhere in the background. We appreciate you. Have a good one tonight. Peter, we look after him.
Bye-bye.
Make sure he gets home. See you later.
Oh, we will do.
Bye. OK, everybody, we're going to go to a very quick break. We'll be right back in just a minute. We've got more still to come for you.
I don't remember it.
No?
We forgot it. We were trying to forget
We
it.
reckon
Laura.
11 of those were past you.
Deleted from any type of memory you have.
Jadon Sancho, just incredible tonight. We're going to show you some of these. Just what he did. He was so direct. He was so much more confident.
But you know what it was, Laura? I could tell by his first few touches that he was confident. You know, and his body language suggested, you know, he believes. There's a big difference between, you know, running at people and kind of, he had a little bit of arrogance about him. This is what makes a flair player really good. It's in Jadon. Look at that. Everything's quite sharp. That's at United. We didn't really see him commit people, whether that was confidence or, you know, he wasn't as fit. But Jadon just answered a lot of questions today. You know, I might criticize that he's not as consistent. That today, he outplayed every single player on that pitch, and there's world-class, the best players in the world out there, some of them.
He's shaken.
That was really, really impressive from Jadon today.
He's shaking and baking top players here. Like, he's just putting people like on the floor. He's making people dance. It was a joke what he done today, and we hadn't seen this probably since he was at Dortmund. Look at that, through the legs, the passing. And again, Owen said a really important point before the game. He isn't just a dribbler. He isn't just somebody who runs past people with pace. He's a footballer who wants to come in and play 1-2s and be part of the game and the tempo of the game. What I saw today, the arrogance is a great point as well. But what I saw today more than anything that I haven't seen, which I've been waiting to see, and all Man United fans are thinking, where is it? I saw cage football Sancho today. This is the kid who grew up in cages playing tonight with that arrogance and that little bit of swagger that I've been sitting there saying, it's there, but we haven't seen it.
You could criticise a player and say that is easy to do when you are doing it in a different league and perhaps when the shirt isn't as heavy. But this is the Champions League semi-final. That's massive, Owen, for him to go and do that.
I've played in Champions League semi-finals. The shirt's heavy, don't matter what team you're playing for. So that deserves all praise. You know, any haters out there can hate and say he didn't do it consistently. That today, he outperformed the best player in the world today in Kylian Mbappe, and that deserves a lot of praise. I know he's been in spaces where he hasn't been at his best. That today was super impressive.
What you really want from him now is to follow it up. You want to see consistency, Rio, don't you, with those kind of performances?
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything else. He's in a groove. Once someone gets in the groove of sports, and we've seen it with different sportsmen in different sports, football especially, when they're in the groove and the confidence is there, they churn these performances out. He will come off this pitch with a high. We'll see all the people going on about him on social media and love it, and rightly so, lap it up. But I hate to go back, but like, I want to know what happened at Man United. Why didn't it go well there?
I know your phone's going mad, Rio, and
My
I know you
phone's
won't say who's
flying
calling and who's
it's going
texting.
crazy right now,
But there
seriously.
are people, and there will be people watching going, where is that performance coming? Why couldn't we see?
I would say he looked fitter, he looked sharper, and he looked like more confident. So I think there's a lot of variables that go into environments one, but he looked way sharper. He looked way more explosive.
But why?
I don't know.
Because he's getting game time, or did he apply himself properly at Manchester United? Was he disheartened because he wasn't getting game time? Was it the size of the club, the weight of the shirt? Is it the club? Is it the manager's fault for not getting the best out of him, the coaching?
You know what it's like. You've been there. It's everything in there. It's all of those things. It's environment. It's. But also, and Jadon's got to learn that. But the thing is, when you play like that, people are going to go, Kylian plays at the same level all the time. And Jadon, he just showed that he can do it. And now he's just got to try and do it. I knew from the first touch he was going to have a game like that. Because you see he had a bit of swagger, didn't he? And I think that's when Jadon's at his best. He has a bit of swagger. At United, he went safe and played back to the fullback, didn't he?
I think, and that's what the frustration used to be at Man United. He's not doing that, what we saw today, beat people, facing a defender up and going, right, I'm going to go past you. Also, the physicality of the Premier League, was that an issue? I don't know. But there's so many different things that you look at and go, what could it be? Only Jadon can tell us that. But at the same time as well, you look at the way that he played in the Champions League semi-final, you can't devalue that.
There was a couple of tweets coming in there as well from people that were watching. Some of them Manchester United fans, some of them just fans of other teams in the Premier League. And there were also people saying Sabitzer as well, give him a little bit of credit because he also came from Manchester United and it didn't quite work out for him there as well. So could it be potentially the place? Could it be the manager?
I think Sabitzer, the thing with Sabitzer, I think he wanted to play regular first-team football and be a starter, and I don't think Man United could guarantee him that. So at his age, at 30 years old, I think you can understand him wanting to leave, but he's got 5 assists, the most assists in the Champions League this year. But what I would say with Jadon, for him, but also for Man United, there's a plus point tonight. The value has gone back up again because I think most teams are probably looking to loan him or nick him for a very, very cheap. I think teams will be looking at that now, performance, and going, if I can get anywhere near that on a regular basis, I will have some of that.
Has he put his price tag up a little bit?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, because people weren't really sure, what's going to happen. Is he going to be sold? Is he going to be loaned out? That he just showed against some of the best players, some top players. Mendes is super quick. And Jadon knew he couldn't beat him for pace, so he's dropping his shoulder, and he left him for dead on multiple occasions.
That's what I liked.
That gives everybody else watching going, wow, I can see it again, which is super exciting because he's been through a difficult phase.
Can we also take it back, if we can, to a really important block in there as well, Marquinhos? This could prove to be so vital for the second leg, and you picked up on this.
Yeah, I mean, me and Owen was talking about the impact in the change room after the game. If it stayed at 1-0, and this block is absolutely key to them. If they get anything out of this game and they go through, that block is integral. That's as good as a goal almost. It's a fantastic block, but the energy when he walks into that change room to go and give people a bit, have people up against the wall if need be, whatever, tell the others, listen, we cannot perform like this again. And I've actually produced a moment that are giving us the chance now to go and have a chance in the second leg.
Owen, should Dortmund have had a penalty, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Ali and Fletcher nailed it in commentary. In real time, again, Schlotterbeck did terrific. What a forward pass that is. Yeah. Perfect number 9 from Fullkrug, the little set. Brandt was amazing as well. How about that for a dink? Mendes just pushes him. So one thing I would say is he lets go at the right time. And I think that because he pushes him, Fullkrug gets underneath the ball. I do think it could have easily been given, but I think he lets go at the right time, Mendes, and maybe that's why the referees didn't give, but I thought it was.
I think he's very lucky. Look at the reaction here of the manager. He's thinking, please give it to us. Where's VAR? VAR, work for us, please. I think they're very lucky to get away with that.
Yeah. Should we have a little look at some PSG chances? Because Dortmund, look, they were brilliant at times in defence. They were very dogged in defence, but PSG had some wild chances, Owen.
Big chances. To be fair, I thought Kubo was terrific. They had a little moment in the game, PSG, where they hit the post a couple of times, and Mbappe, when he shifts it, it's just, it's amazing to see, really, but they had some big moments, whether it's Mbappe or Dembele. Fabian Ruiz had a couple of headers he should have done better. They probably should have scored, really. Yeah. So they'll be disappointed that they didn't. But again, Dortmund deserved, almost felt like they deserved that today. But one thing I would say is, what's a ball that is for Marquinhos? I don't think 1-0's enough for them. No,
the best chances fell to the wrong person, Ruiz, who's a very good footballer, but in terms of finishing, he's not the person you want it to fall to. He fluffed his lines, a great ball there from Kylian. But, yeah, I think 1-0, as disappointing it is for Paris Saint-Germain, I think they'll still go back home thinking, you know what, 1-0. If we can get 2 goals against anybody.
What about that one,
in
Reece?
Paris? That's got to hit a target. He's leaning back all over the place. Dembele, that's your chance, man.
They've got a specialist there who knows exactly how to come back from positions where they've been written off. And 1 goal, like you say, isn't exactly a very sturdy lead, is it? I want to get some reaction as well. So why don't we go speak to Mats Hummels, because he is speaking with Emma.
Mats, that was some game to watch. How was it to play in?
It was intense. It was intense, but it was a lot of fun to play in the stadium with these fans behind us. I think everybody in the team gave it all today, 100%, and really worked well together as a group. We didn't play perfect, so it's good to see that we don't play perfect, but still get a good result against such a good team. Of course, there's always possible to have some improvement in ball possession and also pressing, but all around we can be very happy with the game, the result today.
Absolutely. You weren't able to beat them in the group stages, but you have done it tonight, and pleasing for you with a clean sheet. Do you feel stronger as a team at this level, at this stage of the competition, given your previous results?
Yes, of course, especially the home games. We know how hard it is for opponents to beat us here. I think in the Champions League the last defeat was quarterfinals against Manchester City, maybe. So if you come to Dortmund, you know how hard it is. Problem is now we have to go to Paris. We know how it is to play there. I think I've never won in Paris, so it's a good time to try it for the first time. Really strong team, will be a good atmosphere. I think we can really look forward to a great game on Tuesday.
It was incredible there was only 1 goal, but it was an excellent goal from a long ball over the top. Was that something you looked at before the game, just exploiting the high line that PSG play?
Of course, if your opponent tries to press you and plays it with a high line, you have to try to come in behind. It was a great ball from Nico Schlotterbeck and a great run from Niklas Fullkrug. We had a few more chances with these. I think Karim tried to go there a few times today, managed to do so. Didn't have the outcome, so there was no big chances out of it. But yeah, it's always a danger. It creates chance for us and space for the others, so it's really important if your opponent plays like this to try to come behind the back 4 or back 3 or back 5 or whatever.
It's been an incredible Champions League campaign for the club. Is there a feeling amongst the players that you can go on to achieve something really great here this season?
Of course. Now we're here at this stage. We won the first game. It's 90 minutes to the final. Yeah, we know we want to get there. We know what we want. I think you saw us all putting our hearts on the pitch today to achieve this, and yeah, we are one little step closer to it. But of course, not how you say, over the finish line.
Not over the finish line. Yeah. You had disappointment at Wembley in 2013. Would you love the chance to go back there? Do you feel you have some unfinished business?
Of course. It was my only Champions League final in my career. It would be so great to have a second one, especially at this age. I did not expect a chance that big to come there again. So yeah, it's a big thing to come to Wembley again. It would be a dream.
Well done tonight. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
One of only 2 players still playing for Dortmund that played in that 2013 final, Marco Reus being the other one. He would love it. I was just saying, off air, he speaks better English than me. He's exceptional, isn't he? Do you think they could do it?
I mean, think about that. At 35, Mats Hummels, where he played today. All of them played brilliant. They can definitely do it. I mean, I think that will give them a lot of confidence, you know, to the level of performance that they had today. But I just think go to Paris. You know, PSG went to Barcelona and, you know, after the Red Cup, put on a show. I think they'll do the same when they go back home. But that's a great night for them. They deserve that. They've had a tricky season.
Yeah, listen, they deserve to be 1-0. I think they've played really, really well today. Executed the style, but also the grit and determination that's needed in these type of games. And you have to go through the roller coaster of emotions and moments. And they handled that very well to a man. But I think the atmosphere, again, they've now got to handle the atmosphere. It was reversed today. Paris having to handle it here in Dortmund. Didn't quite get to it, but in Paris, they've now, it's going to be, the tables are turned. Can they deal with the atmosphere, the environment, and then the intensity that's put on them? Well, I'm presuming from Paris Saint-Germain.
Keeps it very exciting.